With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Blues of Brooklyn. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, you think about what it's taken to get to this point. The Giants and the Jets, obviously historic franchises, shared the stadium for years, never felt fully right. Well, now you got 2 New York teams with 2 different homes. And this team in Brooklyn, I'll tell you what, walking in, seeing the excitement on the fans' faces, they are ready to embrace a team here in Brooklyn. And this should be a fun experience to watch unfold. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On second down, a run with Carter. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. Saquon Barkley deep to return. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Here's 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll give to Carter here on the option. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gold River! Gold River!
Throwing Jones. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
Here we go.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. He gets away from one, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Here comes third and about a foot. Jones looking to change the play. They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here we go. Bama, Bama, Bama.
Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 1st down, Jones. Short throw going to be caught. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Barkley will take it in for the Giants touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And taken right at the 35. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. A punt return of 65 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now Carter to start the drive. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Murray now on first down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Murray's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They go play action here on first down. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. He's got room at the 30, and he gets this one down to the 24. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Half jumbo, half jumbo. Timberland. Up we go.
Looking to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap.
Okay, here we go.
He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Jones looking to throw on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. Touchdown Giants! Darius Slayton, as the first half is winding down. And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus the defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they can't bring him down. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Room to run at the 50. Still fighting. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Second half begins with a run from Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. Carlos Watkins there on the tackle. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Quick right.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Here's Murray. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
They go quickly here out to Moore. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Murray. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the 1st time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired. Gano out to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Murray. That is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. There he goes, left side. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Matt Breida, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are on their way to a 2-0 start. Gano the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Murray now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They'll run it again with Barkley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Go, dog, dog, dog.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Third and 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Okay, here we go.
Barkley, inside handoff. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Tripping, this is easy, got 'em excited to meet me.